Welcome back to the channel. You want to know how to keep a cargo van client for a very long time? No problem. Here are the steps. Step number 1, be punctual. Boss, when we talk about being punctual, we are saying what? You need to cultivate a relationship with your clients if you want to keep them for a very long time. Now, you need to actually think about the reasons for delivery delays. What really causes delays anyway in the first place? Well, there is a constellation of factors that create delays, and you need to know those so you can quickly get them out of your agenda. Very important. So, mistakes in documentation could create delivery delays. They do. System failure. This could create a delay. Weather conditions. Now, there's nothing you can do about that, but you need to know about them and you need to plan ahead, okay? Logistical inefficiencies. For example, when you think about the logistics of, let's say, last mile and on-demand deliveries, those inefficiencies can happen all the time, and that logistics can be very challenging for your delivery routes, okay? So very important to know those in advance. And so the whole thing here is what? You want to avoid delivery delays. If you want to keep that client happy and you want to keep them loyal for a long time, boss, you need to avoid the delivery delays. How do you do that? Well, hey, listen, you can set a minimum or maximum. In other words, basically you can say, listen, I'm going to only take 1 order per day. Or if I'm taking this client, I'm only taking 3 orders from them per week. That way you can control your agenda, you can control your routes. You have a clear idea of where to go to pick up what and load it where. Very important, okay? And you want to update also your inventory. So basically, if a client is giving you loads, make sure that you update your inventory. You can actually track your inventory, your loads, that is, on a weekly basis or monthly basis or bi-weekly basis or have you. It's very important to have some kind of planning in your head, okay? And you also want to think about optimizing your routes. Boss, the thing here is that, when we speak about routes, let's say you have several clients and you have, let's say, a full week of work. You have 40 hours or 45 hours or whatever, how many hours you put in the thing. You need to optimize your routes. Where should I go first on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on and so forth? So you can optimize your routes based on the weekday, on the work day, or you can optimize your route based on the hour. So if you have 8 hours to work, you start at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. You can say, from 9 to 10. So there are actually apps that allow you to optimize your routes, and those apps are not really that expensive. If you need more information, just drop the comment below. We'll just give you some of the apps, the best apps, and there are free ones also that allow you to optimize your routes. And this is so you can avoid, and that's the thing, so you can avoid delivery delays. Step number 2, boss, if you are trying to keep your cargo van customer for a very long time, please save your client money and time. How do you do that? Well, first thing first, you want to be honest. The whole thing is stuff happens, and basically if there is something people are asking for your opinion, be honest. Honesty goes a long way. You know why? Because your reputation will take 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years to build, but you can lose your reputation. You can damage your reputation. You can decimate your reputation in 1 second by being dishonest. Think about that for a second, boss. Think about that. You are spending the last 10 years working hard, working your ass off, and you are trying to build a reputation, and now here you are, you have a stellar reputation, and you're going to actually just damage you're going to risk your reputation just for one lie? It ain't worth it. So if you are trying to save your clients money and time by keeping them for a very long time, be honest. Anytime there is a problem, be honest, okay? You want to share your expertise. So if you have expertise, let's say in load delivery, in the kind of routes you follow, route optimization, anything that relates to logistics, share your expertise. Yeah, because the whole thing is you are trying to make sure that you are telling the client, hey, listen, I'm part of your team, even if I'm not part of your team. In other words, I want to add value to your company. I want to add value to your operations beyond me just, hauling loads from point A to point B. I want to be more than that, okay? You want to refer good professionals when you are asked. Let's say you know an accountant, you know a lawyer, you know someone in your entourage who is really good, and the company happens to need someone of that caliber. Well, refer the person. Boss, you're not losing anything. you might not gain anything, but you're not losing anything also. So I just want you to be in a position where you are constantly adding value. You are telling the clients, hey, listen, I'm here for you when you guys need me. Okay. And you want to also, if you want to save your client money and time, please use the right tools. And they don't have to ask you. Use the right tools. I'm talking about GPS. I'm talking about software. There are a lot of free apps. There are a lot of tools out there that can help you actually save the client's money and time. When you do this, what's going to happen here is that the client is going to look at you differently. You're no longer an independent contractor, a service provider. You're quasi part of the team. And if you do this, if you're constantly adding value to your clients, you're going to keep them for a very, 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 very long time. The third thing I want your ass to do, if you are trying to keep a cargo van customer for a very long time, is actually to offer occasional discounts. The funny thing is, people might be thinking, well, I have to think about my margins. I want to make money. This is not a charity, whatever. Yes, this is not a charity, but boss, what I'm showing you here is what? I'm showing you a constellation of things that will basically help you in the long run. It's better to actually make less money in the short run and make lots of cash in the long run. What am I talking about? I'm telling you specifically that you want to surprise your clients occasionally with discounts that don't really hurt your bottom line. I'm not asking you to hurt your bottom line. Understand me well. I'm not sitting here telling you to actually give them 25%, 30% off, 50% off if that will hurt your bottom line. What I'm asking you to do is to calculate your break-even point. You want to calculate the kind of a monetary bandwidth you have in terms of your budget. Let's say you are making like $5,000 a month, and in that $5,000, you have $2,000 that's pure profit. Well, what if you just lost $100? Lost, quote unquote. In other words, you give a discount to the clients $100 or $200. This is nothing, but guess what? In the long run, you are going to make more because the client will be calling you for repeat business. That's what you need anyway, boss. That's what you need. What am I talking about? When I'm talking about occasional discount here, I'm talking about free shipping. Boss, think about that. Cash discounts, percentage discounts, volume discounts. Talk to me about load bundling. Have you thought about that? Load bundling. If you need me to explain, please put in the comment section. I will explain that. It might take a long time to explain, but load bundling is really great. So here are my pro tips for you, boss, right now. If you want to keep your clients for a very long time, you want to have a strategy where every month or every quarter for that matter, you want to offer systematically and reflexively a discount. I'm going to repeat this. Those are two words that I want you to keep in your mind. I want you to keep in your head. Reflexively and systematically. In other words, you don't even think about it. It is in the agenda. You get a reminder. Please offer this client a discount. Don't think about it. Don't think about, the short-term, quote unquote, decimation that your profit margin might have. Don't think about that. Think about the long run. This is a long haul. And literally, no pun intended. This is for the long haul. Number 4, you really want to keep little gestures coming, boss. The thing is, we are in and out. We are doing a couple of things to make sure the client is happy, the client's happy, and a happy client is a profitable client. Remember that. A happy client is a profitable client. I want you to repeat this. A happy client is a profitable client, and you want your client to be profitable not just for 1 year, but for 10 years, for 20 years, for 30 years. We are trying to build here generational wealth, and you can make money. You can make loads of cash by being a cargo van driver. Okay. And people talk about, well, it's kind of funny. We hear those stories about, well, a cargo van business cannot make that much money. Boss, we are speaking to you based on evidence we have from our own business clients. So you want to keep little gestures coming. What is that? Basically, you want to so try to provide random acts of kindness that your customers will love. For example, one thing we have seen time and again, random candy or chocolate present always work. Everybody loves chocolate, don't you? I do. You probably do. Everybody loves chocolate. So you want to offer your clients randomly, and it has to be random. Okay, don't plan it. See, the previous section you can plan it, but this section, I'm not asking you to plan it. Do not plan it. Randomly, hey, here are a box of chocolate. I thought about you guys, and just drop it and get your ass out of there. Don't expect anything. But see, the thing here is that you are trying to build what we call, this has nothing to do with business, but we call it, you are building karmic goodwill. People talk about, well, this is ass kissing. You are damn right. This is ass kissing, but done the right way. You are trying to build a rapport. You are trying to build a relationship, to cultivate a relationship. When we talk about gestures, little gestures, we're talking about kind gestures, right? Handwritten notes on ship packages, thank you notes, donation programs. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things. If you want me to actually elaborate, I can do that in the comment section. But you can actually partner with the clients on charitable causes. Okay, you want to actually listen to clients. You want to provide something that will make the clients happy. It's all about being creative here. Okay, we have a list of things you can do, but my point is what you know your clients better than anyone. You know what they love. Be creative and do something random and do something kind to them. It's all about building a rapport for the long run. Step number 5, boss. We are trying to boost client retention. We are trying to put client retention close to 100%. I want you to really keep your cargo van customer, or your Sprinter van, or your expediting van, whatever customer that you have right now in the logistics industry. I want you to keep that client for a very, very, very long time. Know about your client's industry, in and out. When we talk about knowing the industry, I'm not just saying that you have an idea of what they do, blah blah blah. When they ask you what do they do, well, I'm not really sure. I just deliver loads for them. I really don't care about what they do. You are wrong. If you are thinking that right now, listen. If you are thinking that right now, I'm here to tell you are wrong. So I want really to get your ass out and do some research, some hardcore research about your clients, and know exactly how they make money. Okay, how they actually what is their position in the industry. Listen. Hey. I'm not asking you to become a PhD, to have a doctor's degree in your client's industry, but I really want you to learn more than the level of awareness. You need to know their market position in the industry. You need to know their profit structure. You need to know their how they actually do their operations. You need to know the logistics, the kind of routes, the kind of packages they deliver, why they have to use certain routes. You got to know all this. You know why? Because really, it's a treasure trove of data. Because if you know your client's operations, you can actually propose services every now and then. That's how you make money. See, you make money by gathering intel about the business and also about their rivals. See, the thing is, when we talk about their market share, their market position, we are speaking about their competitors directly or indirectly. This is important, right? So you want to know what their rivals are doing, what they are doing, and you can actually look at you can sneak into what their rivals are doing and propose solutions and suggest things. You want to add value, boss. You really want to add value. I don't want your ass just to sit there lethargically, sclerotically, and not do anything, and just delivering loads. They just call you. Hey, okay, my ass is there. I'm just gonna pick the loads, deliver it, and that's it. I'm getting paid, and that's it. If you have this attitude, this passive attitude, you're not going to keep your clients for a very long time. You know why? Because you have competition. You're not the only one. You're not the only cargo van driver in town. You're not. And don't you ever think that you are. Step number 6, I want you to go the extra mile. Literally. And this is something where you're not going to find a lot of folks. You're not going to find a lot of cargo van businesses. See, when you start going the extra mile, you are in it's just magical territory. I mean, listen, let me explain. Understand me well. Again, I'm not asking you to do something you don't want to do. Anything you do, you have to do it with pleasure. You see, don't expect a return on investment, like, quote unquote ROI. I'm doing this, kind of have the kid pro quo. I'm doing this, and I'm expecting the client to do this for me in return. No. Whatever you do, you are trying to build a relationship. Sometimes relationships take time to be fruitful, to mature, to be good. So what I'm saying here is what? I want you to go the extra mile, literally. So you want to accept last minute orders. You want to accept deliveries at odd hours, very strange hours. You want to accept deliveries in far-flung or undesirable locations. Locations that nobody wants to get their ass to. You're like, you know what? Hey, I'm here. I'll do it. You want to accept loads you wouldn't normally haul. I'm talking about perishable, hazmat, federally sensitive substances, or what have you. You want to help clients solve a logistical freight problem without asking for payments. And if you do this, my friend, you'll be really surprised. You will be so surprised of the kind of money you make in this industry. Again, we are speaking here to you about things we have seen in the last 30 years. So if you do all these things that I just mentioned to you, you'll be surprised the kind of cash you are getting day in and day out, year in and year out, quarter in and quarter out. So here is the approach I want you to follow. If you want to go the extra mile, I want you to actually tell your clients. You need to tell them, hey, listen, I would be willing to do last minute orders, because if you don't tell them, they wouldn't know whether to call you. See, what will happen here is that if they have a last minute order, they will rather call another delivery driver instead of calling you. So, but if you tell them in advance, you tell them, hey, listen, hey, I'm here. I just want to let y'all know that I will accept last minute orders. I will accept deliveries at strange hours. I will accept deliveries in far-flung or undesirable locations. I'm here for you. I will work for you. I'm here to accept loads that some people don't want. I will take perishable, hazmat. Hey, I'm here for you. If you do this and you let them know in advance, once the need arises, they'll call your ass first. The last thing I want you to do, boss, if you are trying to keep a cargo van clients for a very, very, very long time, I want you to keep your reputation clean. I don't want you to really just sort of kind of mess up your reputation. I spoke to you earlier about how many years it takes to build a reputation and how many seconds it takes to destroy it. I want you to think about that. I want you to really think about that sentence. Let it sink in. Okay, when we speak about building a relationship, we are trying to make sure that we are in the right mindset. We're doing the right thing every single day. We're going hard. We're going to work. We are very conscious. We are building a reputation, not just for ourselves, but also for our business. So it's important. So you really want to be clean. So when we talk about reputation, do what you say you would do. If the client asks you something and you accept, either in writing or verbally, please always do what you say you will do. Okay, go out of your way to help others, especially your clients, reach their goals. Okay, make your clients always look good. Always look good. Whether you're posting stuff on social media or talking about your clients, always talk about your clients in a positive way. The funny thing is, nobody is perfect, and neither are you. So if your client, even if your client messes up, even if they do something that is not really appropriate, always take the right side of things. Always take the positive side of things. You will win in the long run. You know why? Because everybody loves positive folks. Everybody loves positive minded people. Okay. And the thing here is that you always want to be polite when interacting with the client staff, okay, staff members. Okay. You want to be consistent. Punctuality is important. I mentioned this when I started this show. I told you how important it is to maintain a reputation of punctuality. This person, this driver is always on time. This is what I want people to say about you, that you are always on time, and that you deliver, and you always do your job with no problem. That's what you want. So here is a bonus for you. Here's a bonus for you. If you want to keep your reputation clean, please, you want to watch out what people say about you and your business online. Very important. Every now and then you want to Google yourself, you want to Google your name or your business name, and make sure that if people are leaving reviews about you, that those reviews are positive, and if they're not, that you provide an answer so that you can give context. You can provide context to the negative review. In other words, you want to contextualize the review. Very important. Let me quickly recap here. So in today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to keep a cargo van customer for a long time. Number one, be punctual, boss. Number two, save your client money and time. Number three, you want to offer occasional discounts. Number four, you want to keep little gestures coming. Number five, you want to know about your client's industry. Number six, you want to go the extra mile, and I mean this literally. Number seven, you want to keep your reputation clean, boss, at all times. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.